Hello, everyone, and welcome to OCP Gaming. My name is Jeremy Nichols, and of course, I am your host. And today we kick off our playthrough of Super Mario Brothers 3. We're playing on the NES Mini with a Wii Pro Controller. Yeah, 1988. I didn't play it until 1990 when it hit America, and it's not my favorite Super Mario Brothers game, but it's not terrible. I do enjoy it. I did see this in the movie The Wizard, and we had Nintendo Power, but that was the only video game magazine we had, and I, for the life of me, can't recall seeing Mario 3 previewed in it. I know it was, but I don't remember. And then when we saw the movie and it pops up at the end of the movie, like, we were blown away. And I'll never forget, the movie theater that we always went to was across the street from Toys R Us, which I would, funny enough, work for that Toys R Us in the video games department when I was a young adult. But we went over to the Toys R Us. I'll never forget this as long as I live. We go to the R Zone, and my mom talks to the kid, and she goes, "I want to buy Super Mario Brothers 3." And he's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about. There isn't a Mario 3." And she's like, "No, we just saw the movie The Wizard. It's in Mario, or it's in the movie Mario 3. I want to buy it right now." And he's like, "We don't have it." And come to find out that, it wasn't available yet, and it wouldn't be available for a few more months, I think it was. But as soon as it came out, we got it day one. So my mom was adamant that we were going to get Super Mario Brothers 3. Boom, there we go. I think I beat Super Mario Brothers 2 was the first Mario game I beat, and then Mario 3. Or no, I take that back. Let's rewind. Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo was the first Mario game I beat, now that I think about it. And then 2, then 3, then 1. But I remember, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember there being an issue with Super Mario Brothers 3, at least the early versions of the game. I swear that if, like, Bowser at the end, if you let him fall down the pit, like, if you didn't get to the door and press up in time, it would, like, glitch out and give you an infinite pause screen. And I'm not going to get the whistles, I don't need them. But, I remember that being a thing, because I remember a few times we got there and it would just pause and you couldn't do anything with it. And I don't know if they revised that, if I'm remembering it wrong or what, but I swear I have that memory in my head. I could be just crazy, though. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I was going to go for the whistle there just based on habit, muscle memory. But I'm like, I don't really need it. We're going to play through each level. It's a full playthrough. I'm not going to skip anything. I think my personal best time for this is like 3 hours and 40 some odd minutes, I think. Yeah, that figures. But I'm not really... Oh, come on. But I'm not really timing myself for this one. I'm also not going to try and beat this without dying. I think that's pretty clear. But I'm not really timing myself. I'm going to keep an eye on the time, obviously. But whatever time we finish this in will be my new personal best. Of course, it goes the other way. Last time it went to the right. This time it goes to the left. Of course. There we go. Get back that guy we lost. I never really have a problem with game overing in this game, because they give you ample opportunity to collect guys, right? Each level has, multiple one-ups, and there's coins, and then there's the the house of cards, where you flip over the cards, you can get a one-up there. Then there's the slot machine thing at the end here, which if you do it right, you can get a star. You get 3 stars, you get a 5 1-up, so. Yeah, the White Ghost House. Or Ghost House. White Toad House, excuse me. This was so awesome as a kid to be able to pull off, because we read it in the, I think it was Mario Mania strategy guide, which is one of the few that I still need to pick up off eBay. I can never do these. It's very rare that I get them to work. I got a buddy who can do them, though. Oh, look at that. It worked. I say that. I'm going to start saying that every time. And see if I can... On this level, provided I don't mess up, I'll get the whistle, not, or the flute, whatever you want to call it. Not necessarily to use it, but just because it's easier to get the whistle and it ends the level instead of going through the next room and then fighting the, what do they call it, the boom boom or whatever. This would just end the level. It's just quicker this way. I don't need to unlock that door. I'm not going to game over here. I mean, I don't think I'm going to game over. Get a 1-up here, grab some coins. I like how the coins have a money symbol at the bottom, but you don't actually spend them on anything. Can I get up there inside? Alright. Got 2 guys in here. What, are we up to 12 now? It is kind of funny that they essentially have an economy in the game with coins, but you don't spend the coins on anything. Maybe they should have done that. Maybe they should have turned the toad houses into where you have to pay to get stuff. I don't suspect that these early... Motherfucker. I don't suspect that these early episodes are going to take too long. Because I'm just going to play, you know, one world at a time per episode. But I would say the first 2 to 3 probably won't be that long. Like, we're almost at the end of World 1, and it's only been, what, 7 minutes? So, as long as I don't keep messing up. It's funny, I go to say that, and then I die. Like, that just figures. Oh! You gotta be kidding me. Whatever. Now, I know some people that'll run off that top platform there and, like, fly over, and I can never pull that off. I've tried, and it just never works. Here we go. Let's see here. We'll give it a shot. This is where you gotta have a good memory. Oh, look at that! Look at that! I know there are guides out there to do each one of these, but I don't ever look them up. It's not that serious to me. Pick a box. Its contents will help you on the way. There we go. There's only, or I'm sorry, there's 2 levels where I absolutely use a P-Wing. And one is a level that has you going underground and you have to like carry a Koopa shell up and hit certain things. I'll show it. I think it's in World 6. And it's such a pain in the ass. And then there's one in World 8, an airship that has the biggest jumps that I'm just like, nah, I'm over that. I don't need to do that. So I'll make sure I get to those levels with P-Wings to use. But other than that, I typically don't use P-Wings too often. Obviously, when I was younger, I did, but... One thing I never liked about this game was Mario turning orange when you get the fire flower. I didn't care for that. I like the look in Mario 1, but not here. There we are. That's 2, and boom goes the dynamite. Bink. There we go. World 1 complete. Didn't take us too long, did it? Like I said, these first episodes, I don't see them being very long. I'm no Mario 3 expert or anything, but... Here's the letter from the princess. Yeah, the princess ain't kidnapped here. You're just getting the wands back to turn the kings back to kings. Alright, that's it. Now we're on the World 2. Make sure you check out OCPGAMING.podbean.com for those OCP Gaming podcasts, along with Dubby Energy. Use the code OCPGAMING to save 10% off your next order. I use it every day, and I would never tell you to try something unless I used it myself. I'm not like a lot of other people that advertise stuff and don't actually use it. I do use it. I've got Cherry Limer right now. It's fantastic. But that's it. We'll be back with our next episode. We're going to tackle World 2. And, yeah, in, out. This wasn't too bad. So, until next time, farewell.